today I'd like to give you an opportunity to strengthen your hamstrings. You might be thinking, what? Strengthen my hamstrings? Isn't yoga all about stretching the hamstrings? Well, yes, traditionally yoga poses are great for stretching your hamstrings. And your hamstrings are muscles that are on the backs of your thighs. In my opinion and in my studies, yes, stretching your hamstrings is good, but strengthening them is also really good. There are lots of ways to do that, and today I'm going to show you one option that you take lying down. So we'll go ahead and set that up. And I do want to bring to your attention, though, that to feel the work, ideally, you're going to feel it in the middle of the back of your thighs. That goes for stretching and strengthening. Ideally, we don't feel a whole lot of session in the backs of the knees where the hamstrings insert, nor do we want to feel it too much at the bottom of the pelvis where the hamstrings originate. So we want to feel it right in the middle backs of our thighs. Okay, here we go. Lying down, it's going to look like we're taking bridge pose. Maybe you try this and say, yeah, I really just want to take bridge pose today. So that's fine too. But this tutorial is about strengthening your hamstrings, or one of many ways. So to do that, it is going to look a little bit more like bridge pose, but we want to start to walk our feet away from our bodies. And I would say don't walk them too far away to start. So you definitely want to bend in your knees. You're going to root into those feet and lift your hips up. And see if you feel sensation on the backs of your thighs. If you do, can you hold here and breathe here? Maybe you come up onto your heels. All right, lower back down. If you say, you know what, I really wasn't feeling much there, what you do next is to walk your feet further away. And I would say, again, build this gradually. I wouldn't say go all the way so that you barely have any bend in your knee. Why don't you take your time here so that you just really have the opportunity to observe. So I'm going to scoot my feet a little bit further away. I still keep a bend in my knees, though. That's important. All right, so I'm going to root down into my feet, try to keep my shoulders and my neck relaxed, and I lift up. Wow, and immediately for me, I'm feeling all kinds of sensation in the backs of my thighs. So this would be a good place for me to take 3 or 4 breaths, perhaps. Lower down. And do that again, any number of times that feels good for you. If this is still not enough, walk your feet further away. It is important to keep that bend in the knee because that's what allows your hamstrings to contract or strengthen. So if your legs are straight here and you lift up, you're really not going to be doing what the intention of this tutorial is about. So find what works for you. Again, I would start with knees bent, feet pretty close as if you were doing bridge pose. Maybe walk them out just a little bit and lift and see. And then slowly start to walk your feet further and further out, lifting up those hips until you feel a lot of sensation on the backs of those thighs, your hamstrings, and breathe. Again, lifting and lowering any number of times, ideally until you fatigue, but certainly you can work up to that. So give this exercise a try if you are interested in adding some strength to your hamstrings in addition to the stretching that we do in so many yoga sessions. If you have any questions or would like to work on this and many, many more hamstring strengthening poses, please reach out to me. You can email me, you can text me. You can message me here on this channel or Facebook or Instagram, and I'll get you set up and we'll work on this together.